So this might seem kind of weird, but I'm going to take this Canon AE-1 film camera out and I'm going to try and do some wildlife photography with it. We got some of these guys in front of the cabin and I have the teleconverter off. Anyway, I'm going to take a shot here. That's how they used to do it. And I've done a ton of it myself with digital stuff, and I was right into birds in flight and mostly birds of prey, owls, hawks, falcons, that kind of thing. But I, of course, had the latest and greatest Nikon stuff. I had the big 300mm 2.8 VR lenses and all the toys. But this is going to be a little bit different, obviously. Hear that, Raven? So what we're going to use some Portra 400. That's going to be the colored film. It's fast enough, I think, for as long as we got good light for handheld stuff. I might use a tripod. I doubt it, but you never know. And I have a Vivitar 2x teleconverter that fits this nasty. This is a Vivitar macro, and it goes from 75 to 205, and it's an awesome lens. It's really sharp. I've tested it out on digital and on this guy, and it's got a macro function, which is cool. So you can really close focus with this, and it's an internal zoom, so it's not sucking air. And again, 75 to 205, and that'll give me 150 to 210 on the teleconverter. So that'll be a lot. I have never tested it with this teleconverter on it though. So it should be kind of cool. I'm going to see what I can get with this and hopefully have some cool photos for you to look at. Got a couple options here for shooting. I can go full manual, pick my aperture here, and this guy goes down to 3.8, and then pick my shutter speed and hopefully expose things properly. Or I can go in this auto mode setting on this lens and pick a shutter speed, and it will adjust the aperture for me automatically. But that's how this one's set up, and it's pretty cool. Whoa, I almost forgot to change the ISO settings right there. That would have been bad. I also did some landscape shots with the 75mm focal length. Here's a fresh one right here. Full of berries. Fall colors. There's no hardwood out here, so you just get a lot of yellows. There's no reds like out east. But I'll take this any day. Where is he? Look. So I'm just down by the river, and there's a couple of my buddies here. This is a mum mule deer, and there's her young. I got a couple photos. It's pretty dull out today, so the shots are slow shutter. Wow, they're around 1/25th, and I got a couple shots anyway. So I've got the teleconverter on, and I found this little guy on the porch, and look how close I can get with this. Actually, I can get a little bit closer. Crazy. A little bit of macro action. Let's see how this turns out. That was a fun outing. We usually see more beasts than that, but finding a grizzly bear is always cool. We have black bear out here, of course, lots of elk. Usually see mountain sheep, but didn't see any of those. Mule deer and white-tailed deer, hoary marmots, oh, the list goes on and on. But it was fun trying this thing out and burning a roll of film. It's beautiful out there, and I'm glad I have it so close by. I had a hard time focusing with this guy just because it's different for me than, I don't know if you can see those berries right there, but that's what this guy's eating. Rangefinder. I'm really used to focusing with a rangefinder, and seeing if I'm getting anything focused with this was really a bit of an issue for me. Much different than a rangefinder, of course. And using the teleconverter on here, man, it was really hard getting anything in focus. I got a couple, but it was tough. As for tripod mounts, this thing could really use a collar, maybe down in here somewhere, because it's all this weight is on this camera right now. So it's a bit of a hog for this little camera body. Of course, a gimbal mount would have been easier too. But yeah, it was a fun outing, a little bit different than I'm used to as far as focusing, but it was definitely fun. Thanks for watching. Cattle drive.